Alright, so what's up guys? Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, because we're out here running, doing this craziness for y'all. And without further ado, we're gonna give you 3 ways you can make your habits stick, right? Because your habits, without a way, to continue them and keep doing them, what are they for? Essentially, you can even argue that those things aren't even habits anymore. They're simply just tasks, right? Like I, walked my dog today, or I went to the beach today. That's what it becomes, right? It's not a habit anymore. It's not, a daily ritual or a part of your life you take pride in that makes you a better man or woman. So, for that reason, you want to make them stick. You want to work on keep doing them, on your ability to continue pursuing them, right? And not get distracted and lost, in the fray, in a sense. So, way number 1, is to make a schedule. Right, as easy as that sounds, pull out your notebook, write in your agenda, right, and have, your daily activities listed right along every hour of the day, starting at, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever time you wake up, you have it written down. I wake up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and, even what you might notice is sometimes, if you don't do that, I'm guilty of this, by setting my alarm clock to waking up at 8 a.m. Then when it goes off, I, can simply hit the snooze button and keep sleeping, right? When I know darn well that I gotta go, and get up and do my thing. But, if I don't have, that guidance, that written, code in a sense, telling me, what I have to do, reminding me and keeping me on course, why, would I do that? How, foolish should that be? To simply wander about without a plan, right? Without having a guide in a sense to keep you on, the right task that you got to do. And then from that, having that task written in your book, right? You have it. Cold shower, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. today. Then you do it for tomorrow. And the next day, you have all those times that you're gonna do it written down. And guess what? It's gonna be a habit, right? You're gonna find yourself wanting to do it without even realizing it. You're gonna go and step in that shower, right? And not even have to consciously be aware, of, pushing yourself to enter it. You're just gonna do it because you are used to it. And, that's where you wanna be. And what might happen is over time, you get lazy, but it happens to everyone. And it happens to me. I, at the beginning of a semester, would have my study schedule written down. Right, I would have class Monday through Friday, right, from 9 to 5, right, let's say. And then I would put myself to study, from 6 to 9 every day. I put in 3 hours of study. And what would happen is I would start doing it in the beginning of the semester, but as it progressed, I would forget, in a sense, or I would find excuses, to not go and study when I had to. And I knew I had to, damn it, but, for that, you want to keep it written down with the check box next to it. And knowing, that you didn't check it off for the day, you failed in a sense. It's gonna make you want to stick to it. It's gonna remind you you have to do it because, I've forgotten, many times, things that I had to do because I didn't write it down. I remember that I had to do it. So for that, that's tip number 1. And then now we're going to tip number 2. And that is, to, as cliche as it sounds, love what you're doing, right? What good is a habit if, you're just doing it to torture yourself, essentially, right? Find a way, a particular workout in the gym that you want to do, whether you love to run, or you love to lift as much weight as you want to. And from that, you'll find a special skill, right? A special talent, something that you're amazing at that doesn't take so much, teeth pulling sense to make you do. Because I don't know about you, but especially in a school setting, when you have different majors of sorts and ones that make different monies, and we were clearing our breath, but I'll tell you that a big difference in what you're studying, what you're doing in school, or the jobs that you get, a big factor in whether you stick with it and stick with the program is if you truly like it. If you truly like engineering, right? If you truly like being a doctor, more likely than not, you'll stick to it. Just like a kid, I grew up loving video games and I stuck to them because I love doing them. Right? How much video games would I be playing if I didn't like it? And that's even to say, like, I loved sports games. And if you put another game in, right, a different style of game, fighting game, whatever, I didn't like it. And what if I told myself I can only play this fighting game or whatever other type of game, and I can't play sports games, right? I wouldn't probably stick to video games. I would pick up something else. I would probably actually pick up real sports. It's what you want to do, but you get the gist, right? Find out what you like to do, which habits, productive, those ones that help you out, hopefully, that you like doing, that you enjoy doing, that you can do for hours on end. And the time seemingly passes without you having to think about it, without you having to count the hours before 5 o'clock. Right? I've done that at work settings, and for that you will be able to stick to your habits. So without further ado, number three is to find a why. Find why you're doing that habit, right? Don't just go and do that habit just to do it, right? Don't take a cold shower simply because you saw someone doing it or you think it's the coolest thing. Hey, you want to have a clear why. Why are you doing this? Is it to make you a stronger minded individual? Is it to improve your ability to withstand adverse environments? Why is it, right? Whether you even want to be more attractive, find that reason and write it down, right? And remind yourself what it is, because it will keep you on course, right? Because if not, your body or your mind might question what you're doing. It might ask you, why are you doing this activity? And you won't have a defense mechanism, right? A way to fight those urges, because that's what it boils down to, right? Because if you don't have that why, right, your body and your mind can take over, right? They can hijack what you're doing. Right before, you were planning on going running every Monday at 5, but you don't have a reason why you're running, right? It's just simply just to do it. And what can happen is your friends call you at 3 p.m. Monday, to go to the beach or whatever and have fun, but that you have to run, but you don't have a reason why. You don't have a defining backbone in a sense for it, right? Because that's what happened, is that it's like a person walking without a backbone, without a spine, right? They're just wobbling around. They're easy to push to the ground. They have no balance, right? They step on a rock or a crack and they're on the floor. And for that, figure out your why. Figure out why you're doing this, and for that you will have a better ability to stick to your habits, to stick to those things that you want to do, stick to your guns. And that's exactly for a fitness one, because you want to build up your guns, but you get the gist. So for that, I hope you enjoyed that video and hopefully subscribe.